Hey everyone, this is Mike.
Hey, and this is Josh.
Hey, and today we got a very fun video that this may change over the years and over the months and
Yep.
over who knows what, but
Yes.
this is going to be our top 5 favorite at the time autographs,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So not in any kind of certain order, and some of these items Josh has and I both have, so we tried to intentionally not pick the same things. If we found out one had one, we'd just say, well, we're not going to do the same one. So, Josh, man, let's go ahead and jump straight into these autographs, and you'll show us one of yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with I have 6, so I'm gonna start with kind of an honorable mention here, and that is I got the chance before he passed away, which was really cool, to meet Carl Weathers. And Predator is one of my favorite movies of all time. He played Dylan. And this is Josh. All the best, Carl Weathers, Dylan. And
that's really cool.
He was a nice guy. It was a short, visit. He had a long line, but a nice guy. Also, his panel me and Mike went to, very interesting.
Yeah, he played professional football and Canadian football.
Yeah, he led a pretty interesting life, Mike. No doubt about that.
Yeah, he not only acted but directed as well. I mean, he did a lot of things.
Yep.
He's musically inclined, right? He was also a singer. Did a lot of things. So my first item is going to be one that is one of my favorites, to be honest with you. And this guy is a true gentleman. Number one, Pinhead, and you know who that is. I hope this comes through that you can see this. But look at this right here. To Mike, see you in hell.
Yep.
Mr. Bradley himself. Man,
dude, that silver looks so good on that, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, it's one of my favorite pieces.
Yep.
He only charged $40 for his autograph.
Wow.
He's been charging the same thing for years and years and years. And it's one of my favorite pieces. And this is going to be my son's. He actually signed one for my son too, but that's one that stays in the box, and I'll always keep it. Great guy.
Yeah, man. That's one that I am jealous of. No doubt about that.
You'll get it, Josh. I know you'll get it. He'll be at the con. You'll get that one.
So my next one is on a Funko Pop, and I ordered it from a site that does signings. I didn't actually order it. It was a mystery. I didn't know what I was going to get. I just knew it was a horror signed Funko. And when I got it, I was really happy with it. And it is a Linda Blair Reagan Pop.
I'm jealous of that one.
It's the pop. I don't know if you can see, but it's just got tons of puke all over the dress. I mean, the eyes are green, so I don't know if it glows in the dark or what, but it does say "Sweet Dreams" on it, so I'm not sure why it says that, but it does. She wrote "Sweet Dreams," Linda Blair. But I love this, and then on the back, of course, it shows her signing it. And there is a JSA. So, like on the ones that we get from the cons, there's no JSA on them. But I do have pictures with the celebrity, so they can actually know that I met the people. But and then there's the sticker. But this Funko, I love it. I think it looks great.
It looks great, yeah.
Yeah, the green pops, man. So I'm happy to have this one. Like I said, it was a mystery. I didn't know what I was getting, but when I got it, I sure was happy. And I think it cost me like $70. It wasn't even that much money, so I was happy about that. Mike,
so when I go to these cons, I use my son kind of live through him for me. So one of the people I loved as a kid, and I'm an OG, right? Halloween 1978. But PJ Souls, and this came out a couple of years ago. So it says to Anthony, totally PJ Souls, Linda. And I've got all 6 of it.
Can you hold it closer, Mike? It's hard to see it. Yep.
She says to Anthony, totally PJ Souls, Linda. And I've got all 6 of these. Eventually I'll try to get all the original actors, if they're still alive, to sign these. But Yeah, she's really nice. You know, she played in Stripes, other movies as well. Rocky Horror Picture Show. No, not Rocky Horror Picture Show. What's the one? The high school. Um, the high school movie.
I don't know, Mike.
Josh, the high school movie had the band. The God,
Mike, you're derailing.
I'm pulling the old man Mike out.
Just move on, Mike. Just move on.
Edit this out, Mike. You dumbass. God, what is it? That drives me crazy now. Rock and Roll High School.
I probably was I even alive then? I don't know. Was it before 83?
It was way before 83.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, what's next for you, man?
So my next one, and that is a cool piece, Mike, honestly. The figure at the time, didn't she say? She's like, oh, man, I haven't signed any of these yet.
Yeah, she was saying when she signed that, she said that it just had came out, and she said that her grandchild would be jealous that she had not signed one of those yet. So that was pretty cool to hear her say that.
Yeah. So my next one is a big one. I mean, this was one when I saw it, I messaged Mike right away, and when it came out, we both pre-ordered it because it is a biggie in the horror world, and that is John Carpenter's autograph on a Michael Myers Funko Pop a Halloween. This, if you're a horror fan, this is an essential autograph that you must have in your collection, in my opinion, Mike. I mean, the guy is responsible for arguably the greatest slasher franchise. Starting it, as it went on, it was more questionable. That's why I said arguably, because you could question it the longer it went on. But yes, very good. Awesome. Actually, you had two different Michael Myers you could pick from. I picked this newer one because I already had one of the other ones, not signed by him, but by a different guy. And then, of course, it is where is it must be behind there, but it is Beckett authenticated, and the authentication's behind this sticker back there. And I have this one in a really, really hard case. So this is one of my all-time, I'm a huge fan of Halloween's, The Thing, They Live. I could go on. There's more, but I just can't think of them right now. But yeah, so that's a big one.
So that's this is going to be 3 in a row Halloween items. So you're talking about the original. This is not a Temu mask. This is the one we always pick about and saying I got a Temu mask. Really, it's not a Temu mask, but maybe it is the more I look at it. I don't know. The more it stays flattened out like this, it looks like a Temu mask. But
you need to get a dummy head for it, Mike, and put it on there, dude. You have to get that.
I don't want to take it out of the plastic though. But this is pristine, authentic, certificate of authenticity. Nick Castle signed The Shape. Nick Castle, The Shape.
That's awesome.
Got it off of their auction. Never took it out of the plastic. And
I don't think taking it out of the plastic would hurt the value, though, Mike. Honestly, yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know, Josh. I'm gonna leave it in here for now. I don't like taking stuff out of the original thing.
Let us know in the comments. Do you think taking it out of that plastic would hurt the value a lot? I don't. And it would display on a mannequin head awesomely, Mike.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of mannequin heads already over there. I got like the fat Michael Myers head over there already now. So
Right. So, okay, so I'm going to something different now. We're switching gears. This is not. I have 3 items left. This is not a Halloween item. This is another item that I got from a company called Dark Parlor Originals. Because at the time, I didn't think I was going to go to horror cons and stuff. Well, now I'm going to horror con, but I already have this item. But this one makes sense why he wrote Sweet Dreams on it. This is an autograph Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund Funko Pop. This makes sense why he wrote Sweet Dreams. Linda Blair, that didn't make a lot of sense to me, but it's okay. But yeah, this one's awesome. I love the red on there. He wrote Sweet Dreams, Freddie K, Robert Englund. That's a lot to fit on that screen right there. But authentication here, JSA on the back, pictures of him signing. So yeah, and it was 200 items. 200 of these are signed for Dark Parlor. So I love this one. I cherish it. And I know the long lines that he commands at cons. So I'm glad I don't have to wait in that long line to get this, because I've heard his lines can be really crazy at cons, Mike.
All right, so this next one, a lot of people may not even remember this guy, but this guy, when I saw this movie the first time, it freaked me out. Number one. Number two, I started doing research and saw that this guy signs these occasionally. So I looked on eBay and found one at a reasonable price, ordered it, and it came in a case. And I said, man, I got to get him to autograph this. This is one of my favorite things signed. But it is a 1970, I think it's 72 or 73 Polaroid camera. Still has the flash bulb. Everything supposedly still works. I'm not going to try it out. But it's got Edwin Neal's autograph on it. He's the hitchhiker in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's Leatherface's brother. He's the one that's in the van that cuts his hand, sets the thing on fire. He talks about killing the pigs in the slaughterhouse. I think really nice guy. He signed also one of the autographs we have of him signing a photo is a story he found. He said he autographed one where him running from the house with the picture of the truck in it and the house in the background. And he wrote to Anthony, hey, do you want some head cheese? He said that photo was found on an old photo album, not a Polaroid, but an old film camera, like 30 years later somewhere in some guy's box somewhere. And it was one of his favorite pictures. But that's also another one of my favorite pictures autographed too. But a 1972 or 73 Polaroid, him signed, love it. Sometimes he signs the lens as well. But this time we had him sign right there on the front of that, and absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite.
It's great. Things. It's great. Okay, so my next item here. Well, Mike, you only have one item left, right? Right. So I'm going to actually do both of mine because your item is a big item. So and I think that'll cause a lot of discussion. So actually, I'm going to do my two last items in a row, and then we'll go to Mike's last item. So my item here is a signed Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott photo. She was seriously really nice. The autograph and a picture was $100, which I didn't think was bad at all. She wrote a free quote on here. She didn't charge extra for a quote, And listen, the first picture I grabbed was this one. Her marker messed up and it didn't look great. So she literally got up out of her chair, went and grabbed a new one and redid it on a new one because it messed up the old one. She didn't just say, "Oh, okay, here you go," and try to give it to me. She redid she put "Not in My Movie." To be honest, this was the only person I got starstruck by. I was really nervous. She asked me if there was a quote. I couldn't think of one. I was like, anything you like, anything that you want to write, I said, or something. Yeah. She was like, how are you doing today? And I was like, I like your movies. But yeah. So the next item here is from Scream. If you can't tell, I'm a huge Scream fan. And this is I don't know if it's my favorite item, but it's got to be one or two in there. Top three for sure. But it is a NECA Ghostface Ultimate, which I bought at the con. I bought this at the con. I was walking around seeing them selling or listed for like $50, $60, $70. And I was like, oh man. Walked by this other booth, $35. I said, that's basically what you pay from almost in the store. So I was like, boom. Yeah. So I bought it, went right up, had Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich sign this. The two OG Ghostface. I think this is one of my favorites. I thought about do I want to? Right. Well, I also thought, Mike, is this something that I take to all cons and have every single Ghostface sign this piece? Like I don't care if they sign this or whatever, but like, do I do that? I contemplate that, but then I'm like, well, I kind of want just the OGs on it, and but it says Matthew Lillard just signed. This says ML Stu, Skeet Ulrich, Billy. But yeah, I love this. I think it's. Can you see it good, Mike? Yeah. And I wanted white because at first Matthew Lillard, I think it was Matthew Lillard had a gold pin, and I was like, hey, can you use white? I made sure because he had it, and I was like, oh crap, I don't want gold. And I said, can you use white? And he was like, yeah. So I was happy about that. But the gold don't look bad though. I think you got gold, didn't you, Mike?
He did, yeah. I think Skeet did it in white and he did it in gold. Now Skeet wrote a line in mine for Anthony because it's all to Anthony.
Yeah, that's right.
I think he said something like, "We all get a little crazy sometimes," or something like that. He said something to that effect.
Right, that all mad sometimes. That's what he said.
Yeah, we all get a little mad sometimes.
Skeet was super nice. He gave my wife a free selfie. She didn't pay for it. We paid for a selfie and an autograph. I didn't think she was going to get one too, but he just looked at her and said, hey, you want a selfie too? And she was like, yeah. And she had the biggest smile on her face. Didn't she, Mike?
She's still got a smile on her face, Josh. Every time we bring up Skeet Ulrich, she's still smiling. She's sleeping right now, probably taking a nap at your house, and she's still smiling. So also Matthew Lillard with my son, Anthony, who's 13, we were in line and we were been waiting in line probably 45 minutes. We had his handler come up to us and ask us to move us to the front of the line. And I asked her why, because we didn't have a VIP, RIP bracelet. And she said, Matthew said, move all kids to the front of the line.
That's awesome.
So that was awesome. I mean, it probably saved us almost another hour waiting in line. We were in the back of the line. So my son got moved to the very front of the line, and he was very engaging with my son. And
that's awesome.
So he was a great guy. So
that's a good gimmick to take to a con, huh, Mike? Your son?
Yeah, take a kid, borrow a kid. Make sure it's somebody in the family's kid. Don't just go randomly get a kid. But yeah, borrow a family member's kid for the day is well worth it.
It's a gimmick.
Yep. So my last item is something. Number one, it's kind of twofold. Number one, I got this item. You've probably seen the video where I kind of redid a video where me and Anthony went up to the filming site of the original Friday the 13th up in New Jersey. And we bought this sign, which is a Camp Crystal Lake sign that the camp counselors there make them and they hand paint them there. And they do it to raise money for the camp. Well, then you have people like Adrian King and Ari Lehman come there. They sign them, they sell them. And that's how they make money for the camp and keep the camp up and running for the kids. Well, we bought that, and I got their autograph was already on it. Paid quite a bit of money for it. I think it was like $250.
How much?
It was $250 or $275 just for the sign originally, with 2 autographs. But since then, I'll kind of show this around to everybody, and it's probably got that glare on it. So since then, we had Adrian King here in the bottom, the other side here. But since then, in the upper, where it says welcome to, I got Warrington Gillette's autograph, who was in number 2. Also got Matthews' signature as well.
Tom Matthews.
Got Kane Hodder, dead center in the middle. Amy Steele, who played Jenny.
Yep.
Ari Lehman, Jason 1. That's Josh's favorite's autograph.
Yep.
But yeah, this thing right here, what I'm trying to do is go to conventions around and get original, definitely get all the Jasons that's been in the movies, but also maybe some of the original girls, the final girls in the movies, and get them to sign it. But this one will be handed down to my son, Anthony, down the road, and he can do with it what he wants to, but just trying to fill this thing up. So this one's definitely one of my favorite pieces.
It's awesome.
Kane Hodder was in 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yep.
Amy Steele is one of my favorite final girls in the Friday.
I think she's the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like Adrian King too. A lot of people don't like her, but I like Adrian. I mean, she was in the original. but she was killed off in number 2. So
that's right.
I really would like to see Amy Steele come back in number 13 of Friday the 13th and get a cameo in it or something. I mean, it would be awesome. But
yeah, Mike,
we also got her, when we got her autograph, she was great. She was really nice. She wrote on Anthony's, we got a photo with her where Anthony sticks his head up through the bottom, like it's the mother, and she
Miss
wrote,
Voorhees.
Yeah, Miss Voorhees, and she writes down like it was great acting with you, Anthony. So that was really fun. But
yeah, like I said, that sign is awesome, Mike. I love that you're doing that. I think you should definitely try to get as many people from the Friday the 13th franchise, probably the original run. Like I would say nothing past like 8, but yeah, you definitely want to try to get like original actors on there. And that would be, I mean, that's going to be a really big collectible item, Mike. The more autographs you have, that thing is going to be, because these people aren't going to be around forever. So
no, the gentleman that filled in, that took over for Warrington Gillette. I mean, he passed away a few years ago, so he's not around anymore. So
right, that's
we'll
right.
be able to get his signature. So
yep.
All right. So what do y'all think about that? I mean, we're not flexing or anything. These are just fun things that we like to do, and some of our favorites. Josh,
speak for yourself.
Yeah. There's a lot of, for me and my family, it's about passing it down to Anthony. It's stuff we like to do, movies we like to watch. But you're right. Some of these older movies, people are getting older and they're not going to be around much longer. So if you don't get them now, you may never, top of my list is Dick Warlock. I got to get his autograph.
Yep. Mike, I don't have any children to passing thing down to. So it's for me, it's just selfishness. I just want it for me. So I'll put that up.
Leave your stuff to Anthony down the road. Make sure you tell that to Michelle in your will. All right. We'll see you guys later. Josh, you have a good one. Please like, comment, subscribe to Real Dead. And hey, look at the Real Dead shirt I got on here.
Wow. Look at that gimmick.
Yeah. Look at that gimmick. And it all can be yours for $19.95. No, not really. Just
you get a free.
If you're interested in one, comment below and we can probably send you a link to buy one. But y'all have a good one.
See you now. Bye.
All right, bye.